Hey there, beautiful Earth Angels. Elvia Rowe here, and welcome to June. Excited to be sharing space with you here again. Before we get to our readings, I want to share something that has been a theme for me, and I just want to share how the angels have helped me through this, because it's something I think probably a lot of us are dealing with right now, and it's the news, media, all those things coming at us. And I have to admit, in the last week, I've really been spending more time than usual listening to news shows and doing newsy things. And that noise in the background is my cat. She will not leave me alone this morning, so she's just part of this. Noise, right? There it is. Noise that is not really part of our path. And here's where the important part comes in. There is going to be a varying degree as to how much each of us needs to be plugged into what's going on in the world right now. And it all has to come back to live the aligned life. It has to come back to what you're guided to do. So, for example, some of you may actually have it as part of your life mission to watch the news 5 hours a day. Others, not at all. And you have to understand what your purpose is, what your role is, and how all of the noise, and I'm going to add social media to this, how all the noise is relevant to your path. So one trick that has been really helpful, I know for a lot of students, and you can actually use this for a lot of things, but it's basically anything that you're exposed to is either going to make your energetic field stronger or weaker. There is very rarely, if ever, a neutral effect on your energetic bodies from any kind of input, whether it's news, whether it's plants, whether I'm looking at some flowers on my desk, whether it's a book, whether it's other people, whether it's an experience. Everything's going to have some kind of an energetic impact on your energetic body. True for all of us. So one quick trick, and this is like a crash course in something in kinesiology that's actually a bigger theme, but some of you will get this right away, and some of you probably already know it and just maybe need a reminder. It's just very simple muscle testing technique. So you take your index finger, your thumb finger, you interlink them as so, and then to test it, to see how this works, ask yourself a question that you know is a yes answer. For example, are there flowers on my desk? And then as you ask the question, gently create tension and pull your fingers apart. Like if my fingers weren't linked, my hands would be going like this. So there's tension because the answer is yes. The answer is yes, and it's making my energetic body strong, keeping my energetic body strong because it's truth, and truth is what makes us strong. So now ask a question of something that you know is a no answer. And for me, I'm going to say, is there a dog in my room? And immediately that tension releases because my body knows this is not truth and it cannot stay strong, which is a really interesting corollary, isn't it? That truth is what keeps us strong, and non-truths weaken us individually and, of course, as a collective. So, sharing this because next time you're feeling yourself sort of wiggly, wobbly, just not feeling whole, ask simple yes/no questions. Am I supposed to be doing this right now? And again, I'm holding tension. You're not seeing my fingers pull apart because the truth is, yes, I'm supposed to be doing this right now. Am I supposed to be watching this television show? And you'll feel, potentially you'll feel your fingers pull apart. Maybe not. Again, this is all about your guidance and your relationship with God and your path of service and healing. So I hope this helps. Again, it's a great trick. You can do this for absolutely everything. Like, should I be eating this ice cream right now? Should I be having another cup of coffee? Of course, they're saying no to all of these things. Should I have a sip of water? Yes. So I think I will do that now before we continue. But just know that you can do this for everything. And I guess, again, as I would summarize, that it all comes back to what makes you strong and whole and aligned with your truth, your path of service, healing, and guidance. Okay, so let's get to our reading. As always, choose number 1, number 2, or number 3. Which of these cards has a message for you? And this month there is no particular theme other than that we are going to be working with Spirit of Animal Oracle. This is Colette Baron-Reid. We used this in a reading circle the other day, and I love these cards. I hadn't used them in a while, and they're just really, really beautiful. So, for those of you who chose number 1, let's see what the angels have for you. Okay. That's interesting. One of the cards is actually in there, face up. I'm going to put this to the side because it doesn't feel like it's relevant for number 1. But if you're feeling do the little muscle testing thing. Does this card have a message for you? Go ahead, do that little. All right. I am putting that to the side because it was an anomaly. It was definitely making itself known. So we never ignore that. If it falls out, if it's just, yeah. All right. Turkey Spirit. I think there's something on the top of this guy's head. Need my glasses here. Give with gratitude and grace. Yeah, I mean, turkey, as you know, is associated with Thanksgiving. But in particular, it's a bird that's known as blessings. Give with gratitude and grace. And I'm really noticing the plumage on the top of the turkey's head. It feels very elegant. It feels, I'm hearing glorious even. And so I would say that this is a message about appreciating what you have because, celebrating all of the luxury in your life. And you may not feel like you have a lot of luxury, but if you're have access to this video, then you have more than a lot of people in this world. And so just feeling into the gratitude for what you do have. I was just talking with someone this morning about how the intensity of this world has really made me appreciate the sweetness of life and the simple things and community and family. And all of those things, of course, were important before, but now with all this craziness and just sort of uncertainty in the world, bringing it back to home, bringing it back to the basics and gratitude for those little things and those big things, just gratitude, for life and for this moment of peace, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And so I think, if you chose number 1, that's a part of it, is just gratitude for whatever is showing up in your life. And even the hard stuff, because the hard stuff is teaching you. And, for me, I would say I especially welcome the hard stuff because I know that it means that I'm growing and that I'm evolving. And that's a big part of my desire in life, and my soul's purpose is to evolve. And I think it's true for a lot of us. So, I feel like there's one more piece here. This is a little obtuse, but hope I can explain this. I'm seeing this here, and this is going to be, again, abstract, but it's like there's this pressure to squeeze something out. It almost feels like a birth canal. And again, I get it. This is a little abstract. But sometimes the angels do this with images. We see things that aren't literally there, but they're symbolically there. So this feels like it's a birthing of sorts. So that feels like a corollary for you, number 1, folks, is that You are birthing something right now, and that's not always an easy process. So just leaning into the gratitude for everything in your life makes it a much easier process. Yes. Just asking the angels if there's anything else, and they're saying no. We are complete with number 1. For those of you who chose number 2, there's a little story here that I'll share in a moment, but I'm going to pick your card first. All right. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Aren't these beautiful? Look at the colors in that. So sweet. So this is really interesting because I'm thinking, I'm hearing authenticity as I look at this, and yet there are times, and we always, we're always called to be our authentic selves. And sometimes it can be easy to get stuck in the ego, which is not the authentic self. That's a self that's been trained and conditioned and, just taken off track at times. And so we're called to, when we get stuck, to do something about it. And one of the strategies for doing something about it is to act as if. In other words, act as if life is good. Act as if you feel happy and whole. Act as if you have everything that you need. And, obviously fill this out as ever you need to, use whatever terminology fits best for you. But it's not about being inauthentic. It's not about so much pretending as it is to get you into a state of sovereignty, to help you move out of some kind of a rut, some kind of a stuck place, and to use your imagination to get there. One of my favorite holidays is Halloween, because, and I know a lot of people feel this way, but definitely true for me, like, what other day can you just be whoever you want to be, and it's such a freeing thing. And I think sometimes we can get so trapped in being who we are right now and the personality that we've created for ourselves that we can get very trapped, and so this is about helping you to move beyond the persona that you've created for yourself into something that really is more authentic for you and helps you to really sit and be seated as the king or queen that you are. So I first picked, we never put a card back in the deck, right? That's cheating because the angels give us what they give us for a reason. The first card that came out for you, number 2 people, was the hummingbird spirit. And I'll be honest, the message did not come clear for me. And that happens sometimes. And it's okay. We can beat ourselves up, especially, I've been doing this for decades and still this happens. So we put it aside, which I did. And it is a corollary to the card that did come up, the chameleon. And look at those colors together. Isn't that gorgeous? The corollary to the chameleon is to be here now, which is the hummingbird spirit. In other words, be here in this persona that you have created now, fully and completely. So if I'm trying to think of a persona that feels right. If I'm going to grab my little sweet angel here. I want to pretend to be her. I want to sort of slip into her reality, and I'm holding this beautiful star, and I'm studying my astrology, which feels like a little wink here, just flowing with me here, and just free. That's what the wings represent, just free and connected and living life and just being here now. And I can pretend as being the chameleon to be this beautiful thing to get there. It's my path, it's my bridge, it's my mode of getting from point A to point B. And it's okay to pretend. You know how they say, fake it till you make it. The goal is always to be your authentic self. And sometimes The ego, many times, the ego keeps us trapped in a persona that is not the authentic self. So this is about you stepping into who you really are. The angels are really playing with us today. I love this because as I was getting ready to pick card number 3, there's a card deck on my bookshelf over there that would not leave me alone. I looked over at it, and we talk about this with angel messages. When something just has this magnetism you can't ignore and turn away from, it's calling to you. It's part of your path, part of the moment. And so this deck, the Unfolding Path Tarot by Athene Noctua, was calling to me. So I pulled a card from it. I'm going to hold it until after I've picked card number 3 from the Spirit Animal Oracle. I'm going to pick this first, and we'll see how it plays in. But, the angels really do love to play, and I think a lot of us need a little more play in our lives right now. Okay. Aw. The Dear Spirit for you, number 3, folks. Bring a gentle touch. There's a lot of sweetness in this message for you, number 3 people. This gentleness, this guessing that if this number or this card came to you, that you're experiencing some kind of really toughness in life, some real challenge in life. Because the other card from the other deck is the Page of Cups. And one of the things, I don't use this deck a lot, the Unfolding Path Tarot, but it's very non-traditional. It follows the major archetypes of tarot and uses the 4 suits for the minor arcana. So this is Cups, but it's the Page of Cups, and Page is children. That's generally, young children in the court cards. And, obviously it's an older gentleman. And it's about imagination. It's about seeing what it is that you want to see. And it doesn't matter how old you are or what you're experiencing. But I can't just ignore the fact that he's just smiling ear to ear. So visualizing whatever it is, if you're in this tough pinch place, which I'm guessing you are, and you may be feeling a little bit, you might be judging yourself, you might be criticizing yourself, and this is a call to be gentle, number 1, and number 2, to visualize, use your imagination to take you to places that are happy for you, that bring you some kind of joy, that I look at pictures of my grandbaby every night before I go to bed because it helps me to sleep better. It takes me to this place of happiness. So, cat videos, I could watch them like for an hour, truth be told. Things that, don't develop like bad habits. As I say that, I'm thinking you don't want to be stuck in there all day, but things that bring you joy. Use your imagination. Talk to the flowers. Talk to your pets. Go outside. Take a walk and be in relationship with Mother Earth. It's easy to just go for a walk. Excuse me, but there's going for a walk, and then there's going for a walk. Heart open. Noticing everything in your path, communicating with the leaves and the plants and the flowers, and just really taking it all in. And I'm hearing my cat yelling in the other room, which is telling me that, yes, well, she's kind of whining. She may even enter, but being gentle with yourself. What can I say? I was talking about animals, wasn't I? And she wants to be part of this. Do you want to say hello? Yes. This is Rosie. So do those things that bring you joy. Be gentle with yourself, because you're probably just going through one of those harder phases of life, and we all go through them, you know? So take care of your spirit, be gentle, talk to your pets if you have them, enjoy Mother Earth. And yes, I'm just asking if there's anything else for you, number 3, folks. No. So I think, I want to say we're complete. Like I said, this has been a really, we have 6 cards on the table. Yeah. I'm bringing it back to the fox spirit as we just close. This is really a message for everyone. Think on your feet. You know, this is a time where it is intense. It can be overwhelming. Just protect your energy. Think on your feet. The words do apply. I was just asking because sometimes it's more about the image. The words do apply, so that means just stay alert, stay plugged into your guidance, and know that through that you are walking your path, and that you are safe, that you are whole, and you are healed. So much love. Be well. I will see you in July. And please, I always forget to say this, but love your comments. Love it if you can like this and share it with your friends. And yeah, be well. Blessings.